Hey guys, thanks for coming to tonight's class. My name is Kristen Kreitz and I'm part of the Modern Essential. We have a few of us talking tonight about our skincare routines and oils that we use for beauty and all kinds of stuff. And I'm really excited to share this with you because when I first started using oils, I really had no idea that there was a whole line of products that you could use that was infused with essential oils. I thought oils were just completely on their own. I had no connection of how they were used in our everyday lives. And I say this to people all the time, but we use oils every day without even knowing it. They're in candles, they're in food, they're in lotions and perfumes, but of course, Young Living oils are different because we can use them therapeutically. It's really cool to be able to use them for beauty and for your skin because they have just so many amazing properties to help you out. And I never have to worry about anything, going into my skin that's going to be toxic or overwhelming. If you have sensitive skin, I think the Young Living line is perfect. My husband has really sensitive skin. He can't use a lot of soaps because he breaks out, and so he's found Valor soap, the bar soap, and he will not use anything else because he itches. And so if you have sensitivities like that or just need something that's natural, this is definitely going to be a benefit for you. So I just wanted to tell you guys how I started using the skincare line and just my thoughts behind it. My whole life I only used soap, like skincare facial soap, and so that's just the only thing I started with, and it was this Art Gentle Cleanser. It has frankincense in it, so it's perfect for aging, but even if you're young, that frankincense is going to help keep your skin looking healthy and help any scarring. So this is the only one that I really suggest. They have another one that's just as good. It's a orange blossom facial wash, but I've never tried it. I've only stuck with this one. So like I was saying, I never wanted anything. I never wanted a long process. Getting ready in the morning, I just didn't want to spend a lot of time. I don't like to spend a lot of time on makeup either. So this is just what I started with. And along with that, I started using coconut oil, just plain old coconut oil by itself to take my eye makeup off. And I was using this already for cooking. This is the exact same stuff that you use for cooking. And I just put it in a jar and scoop it out, put it on my face whenever I'm taking off my makeup, and then I use my my gentle cleanser. So that's how I got started, and I really loved how it made my skin feel. I really noticed a huge difference in my complexion. I would get a lot of breakouts here, along my chin, just hormonal stuff. And so when I started using the Art, I really wasn't seeing that kind of breakout. So, oh, you know what? I don't have my bottle for the toner. So next I started with the toner. I kept hearing how awesome it was and how much dirt it could pull out of your skin even after you wash your face. And so that wasn't just ever a process that I did. I just never used a toner. And once I started using it, I saw how much dirt was still left on my skin, even after cleansing, even after exfoliating. And so I really saw a difference in my pores. They weren't clogged, they were smaller, just in areas where it got dirtier. So that's what I used. So I used the cleanser, the toner, and then coconut oil. I love the feeling of coconut oil on my skin. I use it morning and night. I put it on before I put my makeup on because for me it does a really good thing for the pH balance of my skin. I can just tell a difference in my complexion right after I put it on. So I just wanted to keep everything simple. But then I'm turning 30 this month. And so last year I was like, wait, I'm about to turn 30. This is freaky. So maybe I should start thinking about like more aging stuff. And the first thing I did, it was actually a year ago, we did a beauty month, and I wanted to try out the Wolfberry eye cream because, you know, these little wrinkles start popping up and it really just kind of freaked me out. So, so I wanted to tell you guys just how to use it. I use it morning and night, and I use the tiniest amount. It comes with this little cap on. I would not throw this away because it has the amazing lotion on it. So I just take a little bitty tiny dab on my finger and I just rub it under my eyes morning and night. And the cool thing about doing it in the morning is it kind of acts as a highlighter under your makeup. I leave it on and just kind of pat it dry right here, and then right before it completely dries, I go ahead and put my base on, and it just kind of highlights it right here under your eye. So not only is it like working through the wrinkles, but it's also creating that cool highlight. At night, and sometimes in the morning, just depending on if I remember, I also add 1 drop of frankincense under each eye. And it's not an entire drop. I just put my finger over the end and turn it upside down, and then I rub it on my eye, which I'm not going to do right now. But just because that's like where I usually look the most tired, and I want to like rejuvenate my skin there. So every day, that's what I do for aging. And like I was saying, breakouts happen for me just in this area that's very hormonal. And in college, I had a brilliant idea that I would just pop those zits, which is so gross. And it just created some scarring here. So every night I put frankincense neat, just like that, turn it upside down, and dab it onto my scars. And then last, I'd take 1 drop again and just do it all over my face before I put the coconut oil on. So I noticed a huge difference with those two, the wolfberry and the frankincense together under my eyes. If I could recommend one thing for aging, starting out, it would be those two together, used every day. And like I said, I like to keep things simple, so if that's like kind of your thing, those two are a great start. My skin is kind of like a combination. It's oily and it's dry. So I don't use a lot of heavy moisturizer. Last year, I went ahead and splurged on the cream mask. It comes in this awesome jar. And I still have some left, like I said, because my skin isn't really all that dry. And this is something that you can use once a week. You just dab it on your entire face. It smells so good. And then you let it dry. If there's anything left over, you just kind of rub it in, or take a washcloth and brush it off. But this is great for skin that that tends to be more dry, or you know, if you want a really thick moisturizer. It doesn't really leave any kind of filmy feeling afterwards, but it's just really moisturizing. So these two right here are what I invested in this year to try out. The Art Serum and the Boswellia Wrinkle Cream. I'm not really sure if I'm saying that right. But this is one that I just recently added to my skincare routine. And it's not something that I use every day. It's probably like 3 times a week, and I put it on sensitive areas of my skin. So under my eyes, right here between my eyebrows, and then just thin parts of my skin that tend to show aging. It smells incredible. Like, this smells like vanilla and orchids together. It's just the best smell. So this one is really, really great. I would definitely recommend this one just every night if you're looking for something aging, or just 3 times a week. Now the Boswellia Wrinkle Cream, I just had a friend message me and ask, what she could use for really dry skin because she's breastfeeding and her skin is just really dry right now. And I told her this one. So if that's you, if your skin is super dry or you're looking for something again that's anti-aging, I would highly recommend this one. It's pretty thick, but none of them leave that weird creamy or filmy feeling afterwards. You probably, I just literally dropped some out. So I use this a couple times a week. My skin, I just like to keep it just with coconut oil mainly. So I'm just kind of now diving into the aging stuff. So this is what I use a couple times a week now. If your skin tends to be oily, but you still want something for aging, I would do this just a couple times a week. If your skin is dry and you need something that's super moisturizing but not filmy and that weird after feeling, I would definitely do this one. So there's definitely other options for you guys. There's the sandalwood cream, there's the rose ointment, there's the other orange blossom facial wash. There's all kinds of stuff. So I'm really excited for other people to share their skincare routine so you guys can kind of get a feeling of what there is, what kind of options you have. But don't be afraid. Go ahead and try out, use your ER points. That's what I do a lot of times to start with something. If I want to try, especially with like the art serum, I use my points on this one because I wanted to see, if I liked it, how it felt on my skin. So I would highly suggest using your points or just going ahead and picking one thing. Like if you want to tackle wrinkles, pick one thing. If you want to tackle just a face wash, like figure out which one to use, just go ahead and get one. Don't overthink it, and I know it gets overwhelming because there can be a lot, but it's super simple. You don't have to use a lot of products, and I'm a big advocate of that because I like my time to be really short for getting ready. So, okay, we have some other girls that are going to share some of their tips, and I'm going to be back later with some more. Thanks, guys.